4 cheeses you must eat and 4 you should never touch if you're over 60. What your doctor won't tell you. Did you know that according to a 2023 study published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, eating the wrong types of cheese can increase your risk of heart disease by up to 40% without even realizing it? In the same study, researchers found that the saturated fats found in some popular cheeses can silently contribute to clogged arteries, spiking blood pressure, and even triggering many strokes known as transient ischemic attacks. What's worse is that many of these so-called harmless cheeses are marketed as gourmet or healthy, making them even more dangerous. And it doesn't stop at the heart. Some cheeses can fuel inflammation, mess with your blood sugar, and quietly accelerate cognitive decline. Yes, cheese, something as simple and innocent as a creamy wedge on a cracker or a grilled cheese sandwich, could be fueling a health time bomb, especially if you're over 60, when your body's ability to process fats and sodium weakens significantly. And wait until you hear about the #1 most dangerous cheese. It's one you've definitely eaten, and it's far more toxic than you've ever been told. So stay with me, because in just a moment, we will reveal the cheese that experts now call a stroke on a plate. But don't panic, because not all cheeses are villains. In fact, some are powerful protectors of your bones, your brain, and your gut if you know which ones to choose. Before we begin, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Now, without any further ado, let's get started counting down the best 4 cheeses you must eat if you're over 60. Cheese No. 4. Number 4. Mozzarella, especially fresh or buffalo mozzarella. Forget what you think you know about mozzarella when it's fresh and minimally processed. Mozzarella is one of the best cheeses you can eat over 60. Unlike its heavily processed, rubbery, shredded cousins found in plastic bags at the supermarket, real mozzarella, especially traditional buffalo mozzarella, is made simply using water, buffalo milk, salt, rennet, and cultures. This purity translates into a cheese that's low in sodium, relatively low in saturated fat, and packed with high-quality protein. In fact, a 2022 study from the European Journal of Nutrition showed that older adults who consumed low-sodium fresh cheeses like mozzarella had better vascular flexibility and reported fewer arthritis flare-ups. That's likely due to its high calcium to sodium ratio and natural anti-inflammatory properties. What also makes fresh mozzarella stand out for seniors is its balance. It's mild on digestion thanks to its lower lactose content, and it's rich in important minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and selenium. Buffalo milk in particular has more antioxidant power and higher levels of vitamin A and zinc, both of which are crucial for maintaining strong immunity and clear vision in older adults. And it's one of the few cheeses that retains high levels of bioactive peptides, which are natural compounds formed during fermentation that have been shown to help lower blood pressure. Mozzarella also provides a good amount of conjugated linoleic acid, which is a fatty acid that supports fat metabolism and helps reduce inflammation, especially important for managing joint pain and chronic conditions like arthritis. Another bonus, mozzarella is incredibly versatile. Slice it onto tomatoes with basil and olive oil for a classic capre, melt it onto grilled vegetables, or enjoy it in a simple salad. It's satisfying without being heavy. So if you're looking for a cheese that supports heart, bone, and immune health without the bloat or blood pressure spikes, mozzarella is an excellent daily option. Cheese No. 3. Number 3. Feta cheese. Feta often surprises people when it lands on the good list, especially since it's salty and tangy. But here's the truth. When eaten in moderation, feta is one of the most beneficial cheeses for people over 60. Made traditionally from sheep's milk or a blend of sheep and goat milk, feta is easier to digest than cow's milk cheese because it contains less lactose and a different protein structure that's gentler on aging digestive systems. What really makes feta a winner is its nutritional profile. It's relatively low in fat compared to creamier cheeses, but still offers a rich amount of calcium, protein, and vitamin B12. All crucial for maintaining muscle mass, bone strength, and proper nerve function as you age. One of the standout benefits of feta is its content of probiotics, those good bacteria that play a major role in gut health. Since seniors often struggle with digestive issues or reduced microbiome diversity due to medications and age-related changes, adding probiotic-rich foods like feta can help improve digestion, reduce bloating, and even support immune function. Its briny flavor also means you don't need a lot to get satisfaction, so a small amount goes a long way without overloading you on calories or sodium. And because it's a crumbly cheese, it naturally encourages portion control. Just a few crumbles on a salad or roasted vegetables can transform your meal into something both satisfying and health-promoting. If you're concerned about the salt, rinsing feta before use can reduce the sodium content by up to 30%, making it even safer for those managing blood pressure. Cheese no. 2. Number 2. Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese, with its distinctive holes and mild nutty flavor, offers a delicious package of health benefits for seniors. Perhaps the most notable advantage of Swiss cheese is its surprisingly low sodium content, containing just 54 milligrams per ounce, which is about 75% less sodium than most other hard cheeses. This makes Swiss an excellent option for older adults monitoring their blood pressure or managing heart conditions while still wanting to enjoy the satisfaction of a traditional cheese. The natural aging process of Swiss cheese breaks down lactose to negligible levels, making it one of the most naturally lactose-free cheese options available, addressing the increased lactose sensitivity that many adults develop as they age. Research shows that the specific bacterial cultures used to produce Swiss cheese, particularly Propionibacterium freudenreichii, produce beneficial compounds during fermentation that have been linked to improved immune function in older adults. These same fermentation processes create vitamin K2, which plays a crucial role in directing calcium to the bones rather than allowing it to deposit in arteries. Swiss cheese also provides an excellent calcium source, with approximately 220 milligrams per ounce, helping address the increased calcium needs of older adults facing age-related bone density loss. The protein content is also impressive here at about 8 g per ounce, offering the essential amino acids needed to combat the muscle loss that typically accelerates after 60. What makes Swiss particularly valuable for brain health is its high concentration of vitamin B12, providing about 16% of the daily value per ounce, which addresses the diminished B12 absorption that becomes common with age and impacts cognitive function. Recent studies also suggest the specific fatty acid profile in Alpine-style cheeses like Swiss may help reduce inflammation markers in older adults. The distinctive holes in Swiss cheese actually serve a functional purpose for seniors. They make the cheese easier to digest, as they're formed by gas-releasing bacteria that help break down the cheese components during aging. Cheese no. 1. Number 1. Goat cheese. If there's one cheese that should become a staple in your fridge after 60, it's goat cheese. Goat cheese is not just a creamy delight, it's one of the most digestible, anti-inflammatory, and nutrient-dense cheeses available. The fats in goat milk are naturally structured with short and medium-chain fatty acids. What does that mean for you? Well, they're much easier for your liver to process and less likely to be stored as body fat, which is particularly helpful when metabolism slows with age. Even better, goat cheese tends to be lower in both lactose and casein, the primary dairy protein that many people have trouble digesting, making it gut-friendly and less likely to cause bloating or discomfort. Goat cheese is also loaded with probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that support digestion, immunity, and even mood regulation. As we age, the diversity of our gut microbiome decreases, which can compromise immune response and increase inflammation. Adding goat cheese helps replenish that balance naturally. It's also high in selenium, a mineral critical for thyroid health and antioxidant defense, as well as zinc, which supports immune function and tissue repair. But perhaps its most overlooked benefit is its role in brain health. Goat cheese contains healthy omega-3 fats and a unique form of vitamin that supports cognitive function and memory. Researchers are now exploring how nutrient-rich cheeses like goat cheese might help delay the onset of age-related cognitive decline and even reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. And unlike processed cheeses, goat cheese has a clean label, minimal ingredients, no additives, and nothing artificial. Whether you crumble it over a salad, spread it on whole grain toast, or mix it into a veggie omelet, goat cheese delivers flavor and function in every bite. Now that we've talked about the best 4 cheeses you must eat, let's get to the bad side, the 4 cheeses you should totally avoid if you're over 60. Cheese no. 4. Number 4, American cheese. While it might bring back nostalgic memories of childhood grilled cheese sandwiches, this cheese-like product should have no place in your diet as you age. Let's be honest here, American cheese isn't even technically a real cheese. It's a processed food made by blending real cheese with emulsifiers, extra salt, artificial colors, and preservatives. The sodium content alone should give you pause with a single slice containing nearly 15% of your daily recommended intake. For seniors already managing hypertension or heart concerns, this additional sodium burden can significantly impact blood pressure regulation. The emulsifiers used to create that smooth texture have been linked to disruptions in gut bacteria, which becomes increasingly important to maintain as we age. Since gut health directly impacts immune function and inflammation levels throughout the body. Furthermore, the artificial phosphates commonly added to processed cheese can interfere with calcium absorption, a critical concern for older adults already fighting against age-related bone density loss. These phosphate additives have been specifically studied in older populations and show a troubling correlation with accelerated arterial calcification, essentially speeding up the hardening of arteries that naturally occurs with aging. The convenience simply isn't worth the health trade-offs, especially when so many healthier cheese options exist that can satisfy your cravings without the concerning additives. Cheese no. 3. Number 3, blue cheese. Here's where things get tricky. Blue cheese often wears a halo of gourmet sophistication, but for older adults, that moldy cheese can turn toxic fast. That signature marbled mold isn't just for taste, it's Penicillium mold, an active fungus that produces biogenic compounds, particularly histamine and tyramine. In younger, healthy individuals, these are broken down fairly easily, but in seniors, the body's enzymatic activity weakens, and these compounds linger, causing real harm. According to a 2023 study published in the journal Food Chemistry, excessive tyramine intake in older adults can trigger severe blood pressure spikes, migraines, and even cardiac arrhythmias. It's a biochemical roller coaster that starts with dizziness and ends in visits for some. The mold content in blue cheese also increases the risk of listeria contamination, especially if the cheese is soft, unpasteurized, or improperly stored. For those with compromised immunity, that's a life-threatening infection. The scary part is how silently it strikes. It may start as a flushed face, a pounding headache, or light palpitations. Then come the chest tightness, ringing in the ears, and an overwhelming sense of pressure, often misattributed to stress or just getting older. In reality, it's a neurotoxic overload slowly chipping away at your vascular stability. And if you're dealing with high blood pressure or kidney concerns, blue cheese is an absolute no-go. It's one of the saltiest cheeses available, clocking in at around 400 milligrams of sodium per ounce. That's double what some milder cheeses contain. Combine that with the heavy cream content in some blue cheese varieties, and you're staring down a perfect storm of artery clogging, blood pressure spiking dangers. Many people don't connect their digestive discomfort or recurring headaches to their favorite blue cheese wedge, but for older adults, it's often the hidden cause behind mysterious chronic symptoms. Cheese no. 2. Number 2, cream cheese. At first glance, cream cheese doesn't seem too offensive. It's soft, it spreads easily, and it pairs perfectly with morning bagels. But that smooth texture hides a fat bomb that can be dangerous, especially for those over 60. Cream cheese is high in saturated fat and low in protein. That means it gives you a calorie-dense, low-nutrient hit that doesn't satisfy your body's real nutritional needs. Instead, it encourages fat storage, especially around the midsection. At a time when metabolism is already slowing down due to age-related muscle loss, adding in an energy-dense, nutrient-poor food like cream cheese makes weight management even harder. But there's another danger lurking in cream cheese that most people don't talk about: bacterial contamination. Because it's a soft cheese, cream cheese is more prone to carrying listeria, a harmful bacteria that poses a serious threat to seniors. Listeria isn't just a stomach bug. It can lead to serious infections like meningitis or septicemia in older adults whose immune systems are weakened. The risk becomes higher when cream cheese is left unrefrigerated even briefly, like during brunch spreads or office gatherings. And here's another thing: cream cheese is often sweetened in flavored versions like strawberry or honey walnut. These versions sneak in added sugars, which only compound the problem. Sugar spikes insulin, which in turn promotes fat storage and raises inflammation levels. So now you're dealing with high fat, high sugar, and potential bacterial contamination, all in what many consider a harmless breakfast item. It's a triple threat for anyone over 60, and unfortunately, one that often flies under the radar. Cheese. No. 1. Number 1. Processed cheese spreads. If there's one cheese that truly deserves the title of a stroke on a plate, it's the processed cheese spread, the type that comes in tubs, jars, or those little foil-wrapped triangles. It may seem innocent, especially when marketed as easy to spread or fun for kids. But make no mistake, this is the most dangerous cheese for anyone over 60. Why? Because it combines the worst elements of all the previous offenders: extremely high sodium, excessive saturated fats, and a staggering list of artificial additives. What makes processed cheese spreads so toxic is how they're manufactured. These aren't just cheeses that have been softened. They're chemically treated, emulsified, and stabilized with synthetic compounds like sodium phosphate. It's a preservative linked to kidney damage. Yes, kidney damage. If you already have reduced kidney function, which becomes more common as we age, phosphate additives make things significantly worse. They force your kidneys to work overtime, which over time can lead to kidney disease or failure. And this isn't some fringe theory. Numerous studies, including one from the National Kidney Foundation, have highlighted the connection between phosphate additives in processed foods and deteriorating kidney health. But that's just the beginning. These spreads are also full of trans fats or partially hydrogenated oils, which have been banned in many countries but still sneak into low-cost cheese products in certain regions. Trans fats raise your LDL, bad cholesterol, while lowering HDL, the good cholesterol, which raises your risk of heart attacks and strokes. The creamy, smooth texture fools people into thinking it's lighter than hard cheese, but nutritionally, it's far worse. For people over 60, this can mean faster cognitive decline due to the inflammatory effects of synthetic ingredients on brain function. So if there's one cheese to eliminate from your fridge today, it's this one. It's not just unhealthy, it's biologically aggressive in the worst possible ways. At the end, cheese doesn't have to be the enemy of good health after 60. In fact, when chosen wisely, it can be one of the most delicious tools in your nutritional toolbox. The trick is knowing which ones work for your aging body and which ones slowly work against it. Now we want to hear from you. How many of these cheeses do you eat regularly? Have you tried swapping out some of the dangerous ones for healthier options? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching.